So thank you everyone again for taking the time in viewing some of the videos I already posted in YouTube. And I also want to say thank you to the few subscribers that are already subscribed to my channel. Um, I actually didn't expect a lot of you to be subscribing already. But yeah, my heartfelt thanks to those who are already subscribed. For this particular episode, I wanted to do some commentary on my Anawangin Cove, Capones Island trip. And I think that's the latest one I posted. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and start. Alright, in this part of the video, it's actually showing the actual trip going to Anawangin. Well, technically Pundakit, kasi before you go to either Anawangin or Capones Island, you have to park somewhere in Pundakit. That's also in Zambales, by the way. Right. Now, you'll also notice that a format that I'm adapting for the videos I've posted is silent type because I wanted to capture the scenery in as much detail as possible. I mean, if I would be the one to decide, I would just like for the camera to roll and roll because I wanted to capture as much memory as I can. And in my mind, even though we're like walking and going to places, it's this background music, that relaxes me. And in this particular video, I chosen background music that is built in iMovie, and it's actually good that YouTube didn't restrict it. So I'm very thankful to YouTube on doing that. Oh, in this part, we're already in Pundakit. So there are a lot of tourists already waiting for their boats to arrive. Each boat doesn't necessarily go to Anawangin or Capones. Some of them are locals, some of them are also going to different islands as well. Because in this portion of Zambales, if I'm not mistaken, there are a lot of islands that you can go to as well. One island at the top of my mind would be Nagsasa Cove. I was not able to go there in this particular trip, but I'm also adding that to my bucket list. Hopefully, I'll be able to return here and go to Nagsasa next time. There are not a lot of activities that you can do while waiting. You can take breakfast. We ate breakfast here in Pundakit. We found, as we call it, turo-turo, or a local restaurant where you can ask for food. Just the regular Filipino breakfast. And of course, you can enjoy the beach while in here. And in this shot, it's very interesting that I saw a pet owner and his dog. I'm not very familiar with the breed of the dog. Probably it's Aspen, but it's a huge black dog, which is magnificent in itself. They're so cute together. Yeah, one thing there in the beach, there are a lot of trash, and so one thing that I learned here is that if you're a tourist, or if it's me, if I would go back to this place or in Pundakit, I'll probably bring my own trash bag and probably a thong so that I can pick up as many trash as I can, especially those that are within reach. A little way of helping the community and of course the environment in general to maintain cleanliness and of course saving the environment in general. Alright, so in this portion of the video, we're already on our way to Capones Island. Our boat already arrived, so the boat already took us all in. And, while you're in the boat, literally you have nothing to do but, talk to each other and then, just see everything in awe. I mean, everything here is surreal. Like the waves, the calm beach or the calm ocean, it's very calm. The only thing that you'll hear in this portion is the motor of the boat, which is a bit loud. And by the way, I actually wanted to capture the original sound in this portion, but what I did with my action camera is I put it inside its diving case. So while inside the diving case, there's a little sound that enters the microphone of the action camera. So even if I turn the original sound on, you'll literally hear some murmurs and just the wind. So that's all the sound that you can. So in this part, you're already overlooking Capones Island. So this is Capones Island. You already see the white beach and the hill. I'm sure there's some attraction at the top of the hills if you were able to go there. But for us personally, only given 30 minutes to enjoy the beach, and we were not able to do those kinds of activities in this island. So yeah, so we're already at the bay, and as you can see, the water is very clear. One thing about it is that it's super clear. You can already see the bottom of the floor of the ocean. In some parts, not entirely, but in some parts, especially those that are very shallow. Alright, remember I mentioned earlier that the action camera is inside the diving case? This is how it sounds like. Funny story here, we actually forgot the driver in Capones Island, and we only realized that the driver is missing in the middle of our boat trip between Capones and Anawangin. So we literally had to turn around just to get the driver back. Alright, so we're already almost at the cove. You can already see the beach in this portion. There. So this is our Anawangin Cove. We arrived at around 10 a.m. if I'm not mistaken, 10 or 11 a.m. And we had to wait for our coordinator to settle us in. So there's some processes here when you're trying to register, but that wasn't the case for us because we already have our own coordinator, a local coordinator, by the way. So while waiting, of course, all you can do here is to rest for a while and enjoy the beach. Now you're already seeing our campsite. This is where we settled in. At this portion, we already set up. Well, yeah, we already set up our tents. All right, so here, this is Anawangin Lake, and it's situated in the middle of the island, of course. So there are some bridges that were created so you can go to the different portions here without, of course, getting yourself wet. I guess since it's a holiday, when we went here, there are a lot of tourists that were situated already or settled in already. So some of them brought their own tents, some of them even brought their own food that they cooked here. The scenery was just so wonderful that I had to, to capture a lot here. So it's a lake overlooking some mountains and a lot of greeneries here as well. If I'm not mistaken, the trees here are pine trees, or at least they're a family of pines because their leaves. Of course, I'm not an expert in trees, but they somehow look similar to pine trees. If you're familiar with the trees here, please comment down below so that you can share the information with others as well. Alright, so sometime in the afternoon, while the sun is setting, our group decided to trek. There's actually a trail here where you can go up the hill, and we thought that it's actually a perfect time for us to do the trekking because sunset here is just so wonderful. This is actually a cross between the lake and the ocean. So any water that comes from the lake goes through here out in the ocean. I know. I'm really sorry for my chickens, by the way. I would say this is a very steep hill. Considering that I'm not a hiker per se. So it's steep, but there are some guides that you can hold on to, which is good. And the rocks are really dry, not slippery at all. So even I was actually wearing flops here, flip-flops. So it doesn't require you to wear shoes or any mountaineering gears. And you can just really enjoy the sunset while you're here. Look at that sunset. I mean, wow. So I had to bring some stuff here. I was bringing my action camera. I also brought my digital camera and of course water to stay hydrated, and sweating a lot during the hike because again it's steep and the weather's warm. So it's really best if you can bring your bottle of water while you're going uphill. I think I'm the only person who brought my own bottle. No, I'm mistaken. The view of the cove is very ideal in this portion because from above you can see the terrain and the cove's entirety. There are a lot of activities going on in the beach itself. So there are a lot of boats that are going in and out, especially in the earlier portion of the day. In this portion, we're already going downhill because we already took, the necessary pictures of the cove at the top. We tried to go at the highest point. We were not able to do so, but the point where we took pictures is decent enough for us to have good shots and take some shots that are DP worthy or cover worthy. So there. Alright, so we're actually downhill already. And while we're walking downhill, we're actually sharing stories about hikes because our organizer Z had more experience in terms of hiking. She recently went to Mount Apo with a couple of friends. So she was actually mentioning that it's actually better to run downhill so that it won't strain your knees. This is a wonderful view of the cove while the sun is setting. This is the portion of the beach that is closest to the lake. And of course, the night is about to start. So at night, there's quote unquote mandatory beach party. It's a bit loud, and there are lights, even though the cove itself doesn't have electricity. I think they brought some generators just for the party. I personally just slept through it because I'm not really a party person. But I think I awoke at the end of the party where there were already some fireworks being displayed. That was cool, actually. And at the latter part of the party, there were some fire dancers that I was able to capture in my camera. And here comes the morning. So this is technically second day of the trip, and the beach was so peaceful in the morning that I took a dip. I decided to snorkel around and bring my diving mask, snorkel, and fins. If you're also wondering what the orange thing around my waist and that orange balloon is, it's a tow buoy. So it's actually for open water swimming. It helps you. It's not, a safety device, or sorry, it's not a floating device. It's more of a visibility device. So it helps you be visible in open water, especially in this cove where there are a lot of activities happening in the beach. So if you want it to be visible, it's actually good if you have this tow buoy with you. It just wraps around your waist and then follows you, of course, around while you're swimming or snorkeling. So it helps it helps boats to see you even if you're underwater, and it also helps ski riders. I think there are jet skis driving around the the beach, even at this time of the day. So as you can see there, with the buoy, I'm very visible even to passengers of the boats. What I really like about the beach here is that it's swimmer friendly, and if you do not know how to swim or float in open water, this cove is ideal for you because there is a large portion of the beach where it's not too high yet. There are a lot of kids, by the way, hanging around the shallow part of the beach, so that's a good sign, right? So that only proves that it's a family venue. You can bring your kids, you can bring non-swimmer friends, and they can still enjoy the beach. One thing about this experience is there are only a few swimmers that I get to see. Interestingly enough, not too much of the visitors are willing to swim in the deep part of the cove. And one thing about this beach is it's just like every other beach. There's a lot of trash in the ocean floor. So again, one lesson learned here is to bring my own trash bag and probably some thongs so I can pick up as many trash as I can. Another funny story here. There was actually a family that approached me in the middle of the cove, and they asked me literally. I found a reading glass because apparently one of their family members lost his or her reading glass in the ocean. So, since I have the gears, I was willing enough to look for it. So I just asked them to tell me where exactly in the beach. Well, this part of the beach was already deep, so I was able to do some, basic diving, quote unquote. It's not yet too deep. Don't be misled by the video, but it was just worthy for me to do some threading and then some light diving, quote unquote. There's also kayak, by the way. So another activity that you can enjoy here is if you're into kayak, you can rent, I believe, kayaks here. So back to the story of the reading glass. I made some effort, just to let them know that I understood what they want me to do, but unfortunately, the ocean is just too wide for a reading glass to be seen, and it's my way probably of politely telling them that they should be careful next time. I even asked them if the reading glass was expensive, and apparently it is, or it was. There was even a guy that asked me if I saw his sunglass. So, I mean, yeah. And if you're also interested in taking or having your picture taken while you're in the beach, you can readily do that without worrying too much that your phone will be lost in the open water. Of course, as long as you have necessary accessories with you, like waterproofing your phone, or if your phone is already waterproof, that's good. But yeah, I think what I'm trying to say is that the the large portion of the shallow part is indeed shallow for you to, take pictures, take videos. I personally didn't have my diving case here, so I'm actually just literally holding my action camera in itself, because it's water. Right, so the area where we set up our tents, it also has a kubo, or a nipa hut type of um, place. So in this portion, we're already packing up. Our tents were already are packed up. And we're actually just waiting for our boat to arrive. So there's nothing much activity here because we're all just waiting for the boat. So we're just, sharing some stories, and of course the boat arrived. Now with this boat, we were actually accompanied by a different group, and I would say that they are really a lively group. I believe this is their first day, if not their, um, second. But basically, their activity supposedly for this part is to island hop to Capones Island. So basically, this is our second time of going to Capones Island, but only for the purpose of bringing them there so that our boat will bring us to back to Pundakit where our van is parked. All right, so this is us um, back to Pundakit. And as they say, back to reality. Right, and of course the van that would bring us back to Manila. All right, so thank you again. So that's basically my 2 days, 1 night stay in Anawangin Cove, Zambales, with a side trip to Capones Island. I hope you enjoyed both the video and the commentaries. This is my first time to do this, so if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions, feel free to maximize the comment section down below. This is the thank you portion. First and foremost, I would definitely thank my partner, John Moises Rigor, for allowing me to travel. I know it's been hard for him to uh, allow me to be alone in these trips, because as much as possible he wanted to go with me, but because of his work, the nature of his work, there's a bit of limitation right now. So I really do thank you, and I love you. You know that. All right. Aside from the mushy stuff, I also wanted to thank Z Onirom. She's actually our organizer, and she's the one managing event here. I'll link her Facebook page and bio below, so that if you have any questions, or if you're also interested in joining us in future travels, you can send her a message. I also would like to thank the other creators in our group. So we had a lot of creators in this particular trip. So one is Aris. He's Filipino Aris in YouTube. I'll also link his channel down below. The same goes to Sir Denver and Sir Jomel. Both are also creators. So if you can like their and subscribe to their pages as well, that would be awesome. I also wanted to thank the other members of the group. So the couple, Borge and Becca, the other couple, which are Remark and Anne, and of course their friends, which became my friends as well, Bella, Kent, and Nero. I really do hope that we can travel again soon. So there. I hope you like this commentary, and I'm also planning to do the same commentary on the videos that I have already posted. This is a learning opportunity for me. I thought that once I upload a video, I would be able to edit them back, but apparently that's not how YouTube works. So once you upload a video, you can no longer edit them, and that is why I will be creating other commentaries on the videos that I've already posted. So I hope you watch out for those as well. If you're new to the channel and if you like the content and if you wanted to continue supporting me on my future projects, please subscribe and hit like and turn on the notification so you'll be notified of new content. Thank you again for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next.